YouTube, what's up? This your boy Tevin coming with you with a video. This is my first time doing this. The topic I'm gonna be talking about today is not working, be able to work 9 to 5. So this doesn't resonate with this anybody. It's like for people that's chosen by the higher ups and all that. So I started noticing this back in 2022. So I was working at this job called Ashley Furniture, and I was there for like 14 months. I don't know how I did it, but I toughed it out and all that. Man, this ain't for the weak, man. This jump for people that's strong and that's warriors, which I am. Anyway, when I got on I went out there with one of my friends and all that. I know him for like 6 years. And before I even went out there, he's like kept convincing me like, man, let's go out here and do it. And I was like kind of like, man, I don't know, man. But I decided to go out there and because it was offering good money. So when I first got out there, we was working and we was in the trenches. I would say the trenches, that's for the people that was building the couches and all that. So my job was, I was supposed to build like the back wings of the couches and all that. And I did that for like, I think a little over a week, whatever, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't really freak with it. So I wound up asking, can we like switch over to a different position? So at the time, our supervisor was a black dude named Crunk. I think that's his name, Crunk, whatever. And so we did it for a little over a week, and then we switched over to another area. And then that's when we got a supervisor named Steve. He a white dude, bald-headed. He always wore a Dolphins hat. Anyway, so when we switched, I wound up going over to the ottoman line and all that, making ottomans, wrapping up ottomans. So if y'all don't know what ottomans is small footstools and all that. And while my friend, he was on the packing line. So I was over on the ottoman line. One day they had me with this black lady at the time. She was the lead over there for the ottoman line, but she wasn't there that long either. So like the ottomans started piling up and all that, and it took us a little minute. It was me, her, and some other dude that was like wrapping up the ottomans. It took me a long time. I ain't gonna lie, I was drained. I'm telling you, that junk wasn't no joke. So after that, I started doing it like every day. And for a while, then they had my friend, he started coming over there too. And we was both working on the line, so it wasn't that bad. We would just knock it out, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, for the ottomans too, like they got when they make the ottomans, like it's like 5 people. It used to be like 5 people on the line. It'd be like Migos. No offense to the Migos and none of that. I like everybody. But anyway, back to my story, yeah. If they had the right people over on the line, they can get them almonds pumped out just like that. But if not, it would take them a little minute to get the stuff made and all that. So usually most of the time they had the right people on the line, so they didn't have that problem getting stuff knocked out. And I used to then it got to a point where like we had to that they didn't like they ain't like 2 people on the line and all that, because they felt like that was too much. So I ain't gonna lie, at first I felt some type of way, but then I just got so good at it. I was like, shoot, I can just handle it myself. So I was really I was the GOAT. I was the person that was running that line over there, like the ottoman line. And it was fine for a while, and then all of a sudden I started noticing like people started acting funny and all that. People started monitoring me and stuff, like, and I was just wondering why, like, and I feel like it really started because of the people that from quality. They like the supervisor and all that. They supposed to be like checking the furniture and stuff, and like it was like quite a few of them, but it was mostly just females and all that. But anyway, it was like they would started coming over there, pulling their pants up, trying to get attention. They be bending over and stuff, and I just be like, bruh, y'all be doing the most. So I just kept doing my job and minding. I was just staying to myself, minding my business and all that. And then that's when I started noticing the name calling and stuff. Then they would be freaking harassing me and all that. And it's like, it got to the point, bruh, they started coming at me as a group and all that, just to make me feel bad and all that. And at the time, I didn't even realize what was going on. So like, I was like believing like, man, maybe there's something wrong with me. But the whole time, it was just them, bro. It was just, they just hating for no reason. And like, I'm like, how can you hate on somebody that hasn't did nothing to you, just minding their own business, doing their job? At the end of the day, that's the type of person I am. I don't really like talk like that. I'm like shy, introverted and all that. So I keep to myself, but I always notice like all people do is just talk about each other and all that. Like, I don't rock with that, man. I got a good heart. I got good energy and all that. So I just dealt with that every day. And then it'd be times like, I know a lot of times they would even come over there, like if they say like they finna send an ornament over to me so I can wrap up. They would literally come over there on purpose and grab the ornament so I couldn't wrap it up, and then try to pretend like there was something wrong with it. And then the whole time, it was nothing wrong. I used to see this all the time. It used to really piss me off. Then, like, when I come in the mornings, too, like, I used to come in through the cafeteria. There's, like, different entrances out there, Ashley, too. So, like, I used to go in by the entrance right there where the cafeteria is at, and they would always be sitting over there, just waiting on me, just sitting down talking and all that. And then I go in different areas too, and they will follow me come in from the other area too, like so they can be seen and all that. I'm just like, bro, y'all lame for freaking trying to sit there and make yourself feel good and all that to get your little 5 seconds of fame. Like, really, like, where they do that at? But yeah, eventually, like, yeah, when you chosen to, like, when you working, like, you either quit or you gonna get fired for no reason. But for me, for the Ashley Furniture, I just got fired. I mean, I ain't get fired. I had quit because I just got tired of the BS and all that. So I was jobless for like 3 months, and then I had got back on that Bojangles. Oh yeah, by the way, that was my first job ever anyway. I ain't tell you all about that. But anyway, yeah, I got back on Bojangles. Well, not at the same location I was working at before. This was a different location. And I was there probably like, I think I got on around September, and I was there till like about January, like about almost the end of January. And I also got on at this job called Oak Park Retirement. I was supposed to be a PM chef. One of my friends, so-called friends, had got me on, whatever, but I was only there for like 3 days, and then I got fired. I'm like, but he ain't, like, at first he was like, I noticed, like, because I started on a Friday, and then I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I noticed on the third day, he was talking about something, if I don't pick up the pace and all that, he gonna fire me. But I'm like, at the time, I'm like, bro, like, I was telling him, I'm like, man, I'm sorry that I'm not moving like y'all want me to, but like, that was like my first time being a chef and all that, and I ain't know what half of that stuff was at in the cooler and all that. They got all types of foods and stuff that they make and stuff. So I'm like, how am I supposed to know where this stuff is at? You know what I'm saying? And for what my friend was telling me at the time, he was saying that he was gonna train me for like 4 days, and then the other supervisor was gonna train me too for like 4 days. And I noticed, like, it was like they kind of didn't want to train me type junk. So I'm just like, bruh. So yeah, on the last day I had worked and all, I got off around like, I left around 8 o'clock, I think it was. Went home and all. Well, I didn't even go home. I had chilling with one of my old friends, but Anyway, he had texted me and all that. He hit me up on Messenger. He was like, Chuck said that he gonna have to let me go and all that, because he said he felt that I wasn't ready for the chef position, and he said I was moving slow and all that. And I was like, why he ain't just tell me himself, and why he having you to tell me that I'm fired? Why, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know, like, I felt like they was hating and all that. And then what was crazy about it, my friend was like, he was like, did you quit your other job? I was like, nah, I ain't even quit it. Like, I still got it. He was like, thank God and all that. So I was supposed to work Bojangles the next day. I was supposed to go in from like 3 to 10. So, or 3 to 9, it was 1 or 2. So I go in the next day to clock in. I noticed that my car wasn't working. I'm like, why my car not working? So the supervisor, my supervisor that was in charge, he was like ignoring me and all that, trying to avoid me as much as possible. So I was waiting in the kitchen for like 10 minutes, and then he finally came over and told me to come to the back. So we went in the office, and he was talking about somebody had been terminated. And then I was like, for what? He was like, he said that you got rolled up for Friday for not coming in. And keep in mind, too, before I even got on the job, I let him know, too. I let him know like a couple days. I let him know several days in advance that I was starting a new job and all of that. I can still work at Bojangles. And he was like, write down your schedule. And he said, write down your schedule on a piece of paper, and then we'll go from there. I had somebody cover you for the weekend. So I did that. And then he said the paper that had wrote down my availability for my schedule, somebody had threw it away intentionally. So I'm like, bruh, why would y'all sit there and do that for? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, so then I was like, you told me you was gonna have somebody cover my shift and all that. I'm like, he said, I was like, so hold up, my bad. I'm goddamn, hold up, I gotta get myself together anyway. So yeah, he was like, it was because blah 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 such and such. And then he was like, he tried to lie and say it was because of your availability and all that. And I was like, that's just straight BS, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, I can talk to his manager, which is the area director. He said, I'll give him a call and all that, but if he don't call you back, then just know that I can't get you back on. And I was like, so ever since then, I ain't been working. But yeah, though, I ain't gonna really do too much more talking, but that's the end of this video. But like I said, yeah, make sure you get a like and give me a like and subscribe to my page. And I'll come at you again with some more videos. Peace.